Hello everybody, welcome to today's assembly, and today's assembly is called Dealing with Anger, and we're also going to introduce to you later on a sporty whole school challenge that I'd like as many people as possible to take part in, that's been provided by Miss Burnett, so that's a little bit later on in the video today. Now today's assembly, I'm really grateful to the team at Heads Up Mental Health Awareness Limited and Paula Baker and her team there who've shared these with us and shared these with schools. I'm going to be sharing a few of them with you over the coming weeks. So, dealing with anger. I'm going to start by thinking about what anger is, and I'd like you just, before you watch too much more of this video, to make sure you've got a piece of paper and something to write on. So something to write in and something to write with. So if you want to go and grab those now, pause the video if you like while you grab those. Okay, welcome back. So, anger. It's one of our emotions. We know lots of our emotions. There's happiness, there's sadness, and we're feeling lots of emotions at the moment, but anger is something that is very common, that we all feel sometimes, and sometimes we can't help when we feel angry. It's a perfectly normal reaction to have, and it's a perfectly normal way to feel. It's actually really healthy to feel angry sometimes as well. But it can be a little bit unpleasant, can't it? And it can be a little bit unpleasant for those around us if we're feeling angry as well. Now, with lots of us at home at the moment, it might be some things have made us feel a little bit angry. And here's a few examples of things that might make us feel angry at the moment. Hands up if anybody has ever felt angry as a result of a brother or sister annoying them. I put my hand up for both of those. You might have been angry recently after one of your parents told you off. I know there's been a little bit of telling off going on in my household at the moment. Sometimes you might be hungry. And there's a funny new word, isn't there, if you're hungry and angry, and you're called hangry. Or tired. You get very angry if you're very tired, because your temper has gone, because you're too tired to keep hold of your temper. Sometimes we're angry because we're worried about things that are happening. And sometimes anger can be a little indicator that you're worried about something else. And you might not even know what that something is. Sometimes you don't know why you're angry. And if you don't know why you're angry, it might be that you're worried about something. Maybe you're angry because people haven't been listening to you. One of the things we're not getting as much of at the moment as we're used to is attention. Usually when we're all in school, there's about 30 children in our class all ready to talk to and listen to us. At the moment we don't have as many people to talk with and listen to. You might feel angry if you haven't seen your mates in a little while. You might have felt angry that you couldn't see them. These are all perfectly normal things to be angry about. Okay, here's your pen and paper challenge now. You're going to have to pause the video to do this, I think. And give yourself a few minutes. On your piece of paper, either write down the list of the things that make you angry. So write a list of the things that make you most angry. Or you could draw a picture of yourself when you're really angry instead. Have a bit of fun for a few minutes. Either draw a picture of yourself really angry or write down the things that make you angry. Pause the video there and then come back to see what's on your list. Pause it there. Okay, welcome back. Don't know what's on your list. Like I said, on my list I had my brother or sister annoying me. That's definitely on there. I've also got when people leave rubbish on the floor. That makes me really angry. When I go for a walk maybe along the promenade by the beach, and there's rubbish on the floor, that makes me really cross. Something that makes me cross, that's a really little thing, but for some reason makes me cross, is when People don't put the television remote control back in its normal place. I want to change the channel, I don't know where the TV remote is, and now I'm late for the match of the day. I wonder what you've got on your list. Maybe share it with somebody at home. Now, don't worry, because like I said, feeling angry is perfectly natural. You might know, though, that your behaviour can change a bit if you feel angry. I wonder, what are your anger warning signs? Because when you're starting to feel angry, your body can send you little warning signs to let you know, be careful, you're looking a bit angry. And it's important to pay attention to these so you can know, oh, I'm getting angry, I need to start using my calming down skills. So which of these do you think happen to you when, there's my picture of me when I'm angry. Which of these do you think happens to you when you're feeling a little bit cross or very cross? Do you think maybe your face becomes a bit hot and red? Do you do this? Do you get your hands into fists and squeeze them tight? Maybe you're someone when you're angry, makes you want to cry. Maybe a few tears come. That's really common. Maybe you lash out. Maybe when you're angry you lose control of your hands and they stop being gentle. Or your feet. Maybe you've been told off for hurting a brother or a sister recently. Maybe you shout. Maybe you shout at your parents. Maybe your heart starts beating really fast and your chest feels tight. Maybe you start breathing quite quickly. Maybe you just want to go all quiet and you get a tummy ache. Or your body starts to shake. If you're feeling brave, ask your parent or your teacher what they think you do when you're getting a bit angry. On your piece of paper now, write down any of these that are your warning signs. Which of these apply to you when you're feeling a little bit angry? There's the ones at the top there. Face becoming hot, hands becoming fists, hitting out, wanting to cry, shouting, heart starts beating. Which of those are your warning signs? You can pause the video there if you want to write some down. Okay. Now, we're going to talk just briefly about a few things we could do if we're feeling angry and if you notice your warning sign coming on. What heads up have given me here are some examples of ways that we can try to calm down. We're going to have a go at these together now. The first one is called blowing out candles. Now when you're blowing out candles, don't really go and get any candles. That's dangerous. Put your 5 fingers up in front of you and imagine that those are your candles. That's not very good view there, is it? There you go, here are my candles. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose and then I'm imagining each one of these is a candle and I'm going to slowly blow it out. I'm going to start with my little one. Try it. Let's do the next couple together. Get your candles up, in through the nose, gently blow out one of your candles. Even though I'm being filmed, I can actually feel my heart rate decreasing slightly. I already feel a little bit calmer. These are good ideas, Paula. Thank you for sending these ones through. Let's try another one. So something you might do if you're feeling angry, maybe you think, oh, my heart rate's going a bit, my fists are coming up, I need to remember to get my candles and take my time. Here's another one we can do with our hands. Squeeze and stretch. Interlace your fingers. Just gently, not too hard, because if we're feeling angry, we want to try and do it gently. Just hold it for a count of 5. And twist it around, keep them interlaced and stretch them nice and far out in front of you. Another count of 5. Then as high up as you can and keep them interlaced. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then gently just rainbow them back down to your sides. Ooh. This helps to release tension in your arms when you're angry. And if you take some of that tension out of your arms, and it stops you from doing this and lashing out, no matter how annoying your little brother's being, it's much better to do this. You can imagine what you might be saying while you're doing that, can't you? Listen, little brother, I'm doing this because I've had enough of you borrowing all of my toys. Now I'm not so angry. Let's try one more. I'm going to come back to exercise in a minute. Writing it down can really help, especially for older children. Write down what it is that's making you angry. And I'm sorry to keep picking on my little brother, but he was a source of anger for me growing up. Not so much now, but I might write down on my piece of paper. My brother's name, as you can imagine, is Mr. Dyer. But I won't write that down. I'm just going to write little brother. So I'd write little brother, 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 little brother. I might then just tear it out and put it in the recycling bin. Oh, feels like I've let something go then. Or I might write down why I'm angry with him. Little brother, I am angry because it was my turn with the Lego and you left it in the garden. Again! Exclamation mark. And then later on, I'm a bit calmer. I might just come back to it. Why was I so angry before? Oh, the Lego was in the garden. Oh well, you did bring it in the end. So writing it down is another thing you could do. Sometimes putting on some music can be helpful. If you might be lucky enough to have some headphones. Listen to one of your favourite songs. Sorry Dad, I can't speak to you right now. I'm super angry. I've got my fists for hands. I'm going red. I'm going to go and listen to music and then I'm going to talk to you. That might help. So those are all ways that you could calm down if you know that some of your anger warning signs are coming on. If you spot one of those anger warning signs. And here's one thing you might like to do today or tomorrow or later this week. You might like to get yourself a calm wheel. You could draw one that looks a bit like this. It doesn't have to be a neat wheel like this one. It could be a blank piece of paper that you just split up into different sections. But all over that piece of paper, in all the different sections, just write or draw the different things that you're going to do if you're feeling, or you know you're about to feel a bit angry. Maybe I'll draw a picture of the blowing out the candles in this section. Maybe in this section I'll draw a picture of me interlacing my fingers and stretching up. You could also use the sections just to do some nice mindful colouring. We've talked about mindfulness before. Just spend a few minutes, oh I'm feeling quite angry, I'm going back to my calm wheel. I'm just going to go and colour it in. And remember what I said at the beginning. It's okay to feel angry at the moment. There is actually, unfortunately, quite a lot for us to feel angry about. I felt angry earlier today. And I've spoken to several people today who at times have felt a little bit angry. Not all day, but they have had moments when they felt angry. And we've all felt better after we've calmed down. So remember some of those techniques to help you feel calm if you're angry. And the last one that was on there was exercise. Getting some star jumps, or kicking a football around, or jumping up and down on the spot. Sometimes some of that anger and aggression can come from being too still all day. So exercise is another really good tip if you're not feeling too good and you're feeling quite angry. And Miss Burnett would like us each week going forward to take on a whole school challenge to do with sport. And the first one involves keeping up a football. So I'm going to hand over to her now, and she's going to introduce our sport challenge. But thank you for listening to me today. Have a look at Miss Burnett's sports challenge. And remember, if you don't have a football to take on the challenge with Miss Burnett, you might have a balloon at home. That might be a good way of practicing. And if you haven't got a balloon, just use a rolled up pair of old socks. Even those are good enough for a quick game of football. Thank you for listening, everybody. I'll see you again soon.
Hi Brexington, just Miss Burnett here. I'm going to be challenging you to some different sporting activities over the next few weeks. We're going to start with keepy uppies. I'm going to see how many I can do, and I challenge you to try and beat me. Send your videos in on Dojo to your class teachers, and we'll announce some of the top scorers in our celebration assembly on a Friday. Good luck. Oh. Not great. I know you guys are going to do so much better. I can't wait to see the videos. Have fun.